Hello and welcome back to Let's Translate. Here I'm going to keep going with Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. And for anyone new, over on this side, as you can see, I have the manga, and I'm just going to go through all of the vocabulary and grammar and explain everything that's going on there. And over here, I'll just like zoom in and move around and show you what I'm translating. And then down underneath below me, I'm going to be copying pasting in all of the kanji and the definitions. So if I'm ever going too fast, if you can't hear something, you can pause it. You can see all the text in there, plain text, so you can tell what's going on. Alright, so the story so far, the kids, they've just, like we talked about, how important like boxing is. Back then, they're all super into that sport. And Jojo, our main protagonist, he's coming in as the challenger, but there seems to be something wrong with the champion. Uh-oh. So I gotta find out. The ref has a big announcement to make. He's all, Mina-san! Mina? Meaning everyone and everybody. And then san here, it usually means like Mr. or Miss. You don't really need to attach Mina-san to Mina. It's like he's talking like pretty kind of politely and like he's a ref and he's being all fancy talk. And then here we have it again. Mina-san. So Mina-san, Mina-san, everybody. O shizuka ni. O here is just an honorific. Again, he's talking like kind of very formally. And then the shizuka ni means like calmly or quietly or peacefully. So it's like everybody settle down. I has an announcement. So next, this big old black text. Koko first means here, and then ni is showing the location of an action. So like at here. And then this iru means to be or to exist. So koko ni iru is like something exists here. And what exists is Watkin ni kawatta ima. So Watkin, as we found out before, Watkin is like the former champion, and Jojo was going to challenge him. But there's a change of plans, because he's going to kawatta, he's going to swap out with somebody. So here we have Watkin, that's just in Katakana here, because it's an English name. And then ni again is like designating the location. It's like, well, it's not the location. It's like it's marking the means of the action, or it's kind of like working how ni naru works to like bind this kawaru to Watkin. So like Watkin is what's being kawaru'd, kawate'd, and kawate here is the te form of kawaru, which means to exchange or to change. So he's being like swapped out. And so that is the godon ru ending verb. So to make that to its te form, you take that final ru ending and you change it out with a tiny tsunete. So kawaru becomes kawate. And then this ima means right now. So now in this moment he's being swapped out. Let me see, next we have 新しい友人が我々のゲームに参加したいとの申し入れがありました。So 新しい is new or fresh. And then Eugene is your friend. So a new friend, 新しい友人, and God makes that the topic of the sentence. So as for that new friend, 我々, this is like a fancy way of saying us. Like 僕たち, 私たち. It's a really fancy way to say that because he's talking super fancy. And then no is possessive, so it's ours. And what is ours? It's our game. And this is more loan words. Just the English word for game. And that's why it's in katakana here, because it's English. And then ni is indicating like the direction or goal. So like in or for. They want to do something like in the game. And then sanka is participation. So geimu ni sanka would be to participate in the game, in our game. And then shitai is want to do. This is, no, it is the Thai form of suru, which means to do. And yeah, like you first change it to its ma stem, and for suru that just changes to shi. It's a regular verb, so you just have to memorize that one, and then you add on that tai ending. So you suru shitai means that you want to do that action, so he wants to do it. So he wants to sanka, he wants to participate. And then to is like if, and then no is gonna normalize it. So we can kind of talk about this as a whole now, the whole concept of wanting to participate in the game. And then moshiire is to propose or to suggest. Oh, it's this one. Propose or to suggest. And then ga is making that the topic of the sentence. Or, well, the subject, sorry. It's like in Japanese, wa makes it the topic and ga makes it the subject. So like in this instance, whatever our wa is, our topic is, you don't change like the main topic. Ga is more like introducing a subtopic. It's kind of like, it's something like you get used to how that works. Just have to keep translating and it'll eventually make sense. And next we have arimashita, which is the past form of aru, which means to exist. It is the polite form as well. To first make that polite mas stem version, well, mas form of that, you would change the ru, that u-based ending, to its e-based ending. So aru would become ari, and then you would add on mas for arimasu. And then to make mas form into its past, mas changes to mashita. So aru becomes arimasu, becomes arimashita. That means like to exist, was existing. So for this, a suggestion exists, and the suggestion is that a new friend will participate or wants to participate in our game. So this whole thing is this Watkins wants to swap out with a new friend of his who wants to participate in the game. That's been proposed. That proposition has been made. Okay, let's move on to the next bubble here. Now we got more ware-wares. So again, that's a fancy way of saying we. And then this what I was just talking about is making that the topic of the sentence. So now we're the main topic. That's what we're talking about. And then sono. And I have the kanji here in my notes too. It's like this is one of the ones that's usually just written in hiragana, but it does actually have a kanji. So you know. But anyway, let me read it out. It's like the ware wa sono yujin no kao to namae wa shitemasu ka? Donna seikaku nano ka? Amari shirimasen. So, we're at sono, which is that. And then yujin, again, means friend. So this is the same friend before. The atarashi Eugene, sono Eugene, and then no here is possessive, so his, that friend's, and then kao means like your face, so his face or her face, but I don't know what's his, I don't know. And then to means and or with, it's and here, and his namae, so his face and his name, wa adds for those. Let's see, shitemasu is the teirumasu form of suru, which is so much explanation. There you go. So, suru, shiru. So shitemasu form of shiru. Shiru means to know or to understand. And then we're first going to change that to its te form. And that is a goran ru ending verb. So the ru changes to a tanitsu and a te. This tanitsu and a te. So shiru becomes shitte. And then for the teiru form, you just put iru on the end. So shite to shiteiru. And that means like the gerund form, like you're doing that action or you're in the state of doing that action. Like you're doing it currently, you're in that state of knowing. And then we're making that polite. So for that, we're just taking off that ru from the teiru and changing it to mas. So shiru, shite, shiteiru, shiteimasu. The polite gerund form of shiru, to know. So this is like knowing, being in the state of knowing. So kind of like knowing his face or his name. So like as for that, ga makes this whole thing the subject. And then donna. So like what kind, what character, who knows, mystery. And then the seikaku is like character, personality, disposition, or the nature. Then nano is like an assertion. And then ka makes it a question. This is ka. So it's like what kind of features does he have? And then amari is not much or not many. And then shirimasen is the same shiru. It is in the negative polite form. So shiru means to know or to understand. And then we're making it to its mas stem first. So that do, that u-based ending changes to its e-based ending. And then you add on mas. So shiru becomes shiri, shirimasu. And then to make mas into its negative, mas becomes masen. So shiru, shirimasu, shirimasen. So amari shirimasen is we don't really know. So as for us, this friend's face and his name, we don't really know about it. He's total mystery. More text blocks. This is such a big page. So again, we have Atarashi Eugene, which is our new friend. And then this O makes that the direct object. So we're doing something to it, which is again shiru, which is to know. So knowing our new friend. And then no ni, although or despite this. It's kind of like despite knowing this about this new friend. Boxing is the English word boxing. That's why it's in katakana here. And then ni is indicating the direction or the goal. So like to boxing, for boxing, towards boxing. And then sanka is to participate. So like sanka, like this is the same sanka here, like sanka ni game. So like participating in the game, and we're being more specific here. So we're participating in boxing. And then sasete here is the te form of saseru, which is to let or to allow. Let's see, and for that, that's an ichidan, so it's easy. You take out the te, and you take out the ru, and you make it a te. So saseru becomes sasete. And this one's also a little bit special because miru means to see, usually, like that. But when you have the te form plus miru, it means to try to do that thing. So like to try to allow him to participate in this game. So let's see here. And then no here is normalizing it. So like as for all of that, mo means also or to. And then e here means good. So as far as like participating in the boxing, allowing him to do that, he thinks it's good. Let's do it. And then he says here tomo, which is like, yeah, that's what I think. That to is the quoting particle. You can do it like with iu, which is to say, or omo, which is like to think, or there's other verbs too you can use it with. It's just one example. So like tomo is like I think. So it's also like more polite too, because he's being like less direct. He's like, "Oh, I think that's the case. That's my opinion." So he's all like, "I think it would be good if we like allow this person to try and participate in the boxing match." And then no desu ka. This no here is just adding some emphasis. This des is just kind of like, it also adds politeness to add like des to the sentences. Kind of just also designates at kind of the end of the sentence. And then ga here is the subject. So kind of adds for that. He's like ikaga. So like how and what way. And then desho is like I think or seem or wonder. And then ka makes this whole thing like a sentence. And like ikaga deshoka, it's kind of like a little bit of a set phrase. It means like, how about we see how this is? Why don't we give this a try? Ikaga desho? Let's do it. And next we have ittai dare nanda yo. So ittai is like, what the heck? What in the world? And then dare is who. So like, what the heck is this guy? He's trying to build everyone up. It's like we're having this substitution. He's trying to make it a good thing. I don't know. He has me sold. I know how it is. So, well, I know who it is. So it's great. Substitution ever. So then the nanda is just like what, and then yo is adding emphasis. So it's just like, what the heck is this guy? Don't you want to know? And then this is Jojo. He's all like, he's worried, as he should be, because we have Atareshi, which is new, and then Eugene again, this friend. So our new friends, Masaka, which means no way, by no means. So he's like, it couldn't be. No, it's like something unexpected, and it is for him. Bah! It's Dio Brandi. Oh shoot! Stuff's getting serious, and as we know, Dio Brando that's his name. He's Dio. And then Coon means it's kind of like sun that we had before. Pew 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 up here. And Mina-san, pretty much like san kind of just means Mr., Mrs. And then Kun is like Mr. and Mrs. before like a young man, which Dio is, at least in this arc. This is young Dio. And then this, it's adding that politeness kind of sentence ender right there. So, that was quite the page. Good job hanging in there. Lots of good words to learn here. And it's like polite speech too, which is good to know so you don't be rude. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Maybe learned something cool, and you got to see Dio. That's good, right? So I will see you all next time. Mata ne.